What's up, guys? As you know, the opening, those first few moments of a sales call, truly sets the tone for the rest of the entire conversation. If our opening is weak, we can find ourselves in a seemingly endless uphill battle to build trust, establish credibility, and get buy in from our buyers. But when we open up the call strong and we lead the conversation like true professionals, our buyers seemingly hand over control. They provide us helpful answers to our questions, and they instill their trust in us. So in this video, I'm going to provide you with my simple, foolproof framework for opening up discovery calls. Regardless of your industry, sales process, company size, or personal sales experience, you can apply this 4-step framework to your sales conversations right away. Start getting that buy-in, gaining confidence with your buyers, and opening up the close. Now, to commit this framework to memory, I encourage you to remember the acronym TRAC, T-R-A-C. T stands for thank. Thank the prospect for their time. R stands for recap. Recap previous communication or conversations. A stands for agenda. Setting the agenda. Laying out the plan for the call. And C stands for check-in. Check-in for any updates or current priorities with your prospect. That's TRAC. Thank, recap, agenda, and check-in. So what I want to do now is actually talk through each step real quick, give you an actual talk track so you can start applying the TRAC framework to your calls today. And for this example, just assume I'm selling CRM software, but you can apply the same talk track, just kind of fill in, your goal, your client's goals and objectives that are based on your industry. And if you have any questions, reach out in the comments. I'm happy to help you out. If you need any support, applying what we talk about here to your specific business. So let's get things started. It's important that you know this all really flows together. I'm just going to break things out into little sections real quick for you guys so you kind of understand, this framework that we're talking about. But first off, we get on the call. You want to thank the prospect for their time. It's super simple. Hey, thank you guys for carving out time to meet with me today. I'm looking forward to a productive conversation. Excellent. I'm instantly transitioning in to recap. Hey, to quickly recap, last time we spoke, you shared with me you're evaluating CRM platforms to help with your main goal of doubling revenue over the next 24 months. We discussed a few main points that really stuck out to me. Number one, you're looking for a system that's easy to use as you onboard new sales reps. Number two, you really need something that integrates with your project management tool, monday.com. And number three, you need a tool that offers the ability to create automations and is scalable as you grow over the next 3, 5, 7 years. And I'm seamlessly transitioning into the agenda. My goal with our time today is to explore these areas in more depth. I want to make sure we're in total lockstep moving forward. And so to do this, we're going to spend a little more time discussing your business. We're going to explore how you're handling some of these objectives or goals today. And we'll really work together to articulate what your goals are for the future. From there, as long as everything still makes sense for both of us, we'll set some next steps and, of course, answer any questions you have along the way. How's that sound? They're going to say, that sounds good. And you say, perfect. From there, you move into the last step, the check-in. So you say, perfect. And then, hey, and I want to make sure this call is valuable for everyone today. So is there anything specific you'd like to make sure we cover today? Now, at this point, just be quiet. And most of the time, people are going to say, nope, that sounds like a great plan. But you will get the occasional comment here. And I would encourage you to not take the cheese or don't take the bait and avoid what are called red herrings or distractions in the sales process. So if your prospect does answer with a side comment, that's really not that big of a deal. You can find yourself, if you follow that trail, kind of going down this rabbit hole and wasting precious time. Again, chasing a distraction, something that really doesn't matter. But then you find yourself getting into the weeds, maybe having to justify yourself before you've really got to present an offer. And ultimately, you can find yourself diminishing credibility. And, worst case scenario, starting to create uncertainty in the mind of your buyer and actually moving backward in the sale. So I'd encourage you, ask this question, super powerful question, but don't take the bait. Stay focused on your goal for the conversation And remember, you're trying to advance the sale here. At the end of the day, we need to move the sale forward so we can actually do our job and serve our clients and help them make a decision so they can ultimately invest in our product or service to help them solve a particular problem. I would also say if they do have something, just move that to the side and just reassure them that their questions are important and you can definitely cover whatever it is that they want to talk about. So an example of that would just be, what do you guys want to cover today? They say something like, yeah, I'd really like to get a better understanding of your pricing and some of the technical details on how you integrate with other tools. Hey, excellent. That sounds great. We can definitely cover these areas throughout our conversation today. So let's dive in. Boom. And then dive right into your first question. This is really important because the person who asks questions and actually gets answers is the person in control of a conversation. It's not the person who does all the talking. If they're asking all the questions and you're having to answer all of them, technically they're in control. And so you want to be in control of the conversation as the salesperson. And in order to do that, we need to get into two-way communication with the buyer. We do that through asking good, thoughtful questions. Now, it's important, take charge, show you're prepared by doing all the stuff that we outlined and actually coming to the call with pointed questions so you can lead the way, but you want to get into that two-way communication ASAP so you can get into and remain in control of the conversation. And this is important, not just for ego's sake, but because as salespeople, it's our job to have these conversations every single day. We don't want the prospect in charge. Ultimately, the prospect's on a sales call, not for fun, but they're evaluating different products or services so they can solve problems and help better serve their clients, grow their business, create opportunity, and just make the world a better place. So we should be the pros, not our prospects. And in even the rarest of instances, you got to think about this. They've had maybe a handful of these conversations in their entire career. As a salesperson, it's our job to be the professionals. We're the ones that handle our business and control the conversation to serve our clients. Most of us have probably had hundreds, if not thousands of these conversations over the span of our career. And so we're obviously much better positioned to lead the way and guide the conversation. But anyway, just remember, set your call up for success. Remember the TRAC framework. T, thank the prospect for their time. R, recap your previous communication. A, agenda, set the agenda for the call. And C, check in for updates and any current priorities. Hope this helps, guys. Let me know your success down in the comments, and let's go make the world a better place by selling stuff to people who need it. See ya.